Hello everyone, my name is Bailey. I'm a producer of Overland's broadcast journalism class, Overland Television. Today I am here in the new CCP space with Mr. Reed, who is overseeing the production of the CCP building, formerly known as the IST. I'm honored to be sitting here to give you all an update on the status of the building and hopefully can give some insight into how the CCP building will differ from the IST. These questions came from a survey that we sent out to students at Overland. Hello, Mr. Reed.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you so much for being here. Could you tell us a little bit about how Pathways came to be?
Well, Pathways came to be, there was a bond that went up because the community wanted to see this building really turn into something for the students in the Overland community. So there was a bond and a mill that was passed and then money that was poured in to make this building, formerly the IST, now Pathways, a pathway building.
Will Pathways only be available for Overland students or other students across the district?
Pathways will be primarily focused on Overland students. There will be classes in this building that are dedicated strictly to Overland students, and then we'll open up other pathways to the district, such as CCIC.
That's so great. Do you know what classes will be offered for Overland, like what classes will be here?
Well, we have 4 different pathways starting out. So we have a health science pathway, which has patient care tech and CNA. We have medical assisting under that health sciences, surge tech, sterile processing. So those are our healthcare pathways. Criminal justice. Within criminal justice, there's the judicial side. So if you wanted to go pre-law, and then there's the safety side. So policing, safety, security on that side. So there's 2 different pathways within criminal justice, and then we're looking at expanding that into a forensic science wing as well.
How will the application process work for Pathways?
It will work very similar to CCIC's pathway or application. What happens is it opens up in January. You'll apply, and it's on a lottery system. However, like I mentioned before, the majority of those seats are dedicated to Overland students, but it's an open application, no barriers. So we're not looking at attendance, disciplinary. We're not looking at what your past is. We're looking at what your future is going to be.
That's so amazing. What are the benefits of Cherry Creek Pathways?
The benefits of Cherry Creek Pathways are 1, that it sits on this beautiful campus and serves the Overland community, and 2, that we're working on pathways that put kids right back into our community, our workforce, our colleges. So we have partnerships with CCA, we have partnerships with Front Range Community Colleges, along with the healthcare facilities that are in this area. So the benefit will be that kids can come here and then they can determine which route they want to take after that, whether it's they go to college, whether they go to workforce, whether they start their own business, but we're adding those skills while we're in high school.
Are there any pathways that are solely represented here that are not represented at CCIC?
Yes, there are. And so, like I mentioned, patient care tech. And what patient care tech is, it's your CNA program along with phlebotomy and EKG. So it's a total package once you walk out. Medical assisting, which is it's a 2-year pathway, and what you'll do is you'll learn how the customer service side of medical as well and the clinical side. So it's a 2-year pathway that differentiates from what they have going on down there. And then surge tech, and I'm not sure of any other high school in the nation that's running surge tech right now, and that is a really cool job because you're actually working in the surgery room, handing the surgeon the instruments, and then there's the backside of that, which is sterile processing, where you're actually cleaning those instruments. So you're able to just walk right out of here and into a career that can support you and your family.
So students will be able to gain certifications and stuff like that at CCP?
Absolutely. Certifications along with concurrent enrollment, so they'll be earning college credits in certain pathways. Free to them, right? So we're avoiding the tuition barrier and going from there.
That's so amazing. Oh my goodness. How will the building be organized for the different pathways?
A great question. So when you walk in, the east wing of the building is dedicated more to our health sciences. So it is a really large space that's dedicated to health science, CNA, phlebotomy. This is going to be that side. Upstairs to the west is going to be our criminal justice and forensic science. And then right there in the middle of this beautiful building is our audiovisual department. Well, maybe Bailey, you could explain a little bit more of that to us.
Yes, my sophomore year I joined the CTE program with Overland Television, which is a broadcast journalism class. So I worked with like video production and I learned how to use cameras, and it was very hands-on learning. As you can see here, this is how I'm sitting here today with you, of course. And it definitely influenced me so greatly and so amazingly. I'm so grateful for that experience, and it's definitely driven me to want to pursue a career in filmmaking and working with cameras. And I think it'll be wonderful for students as well. And I'm so grateful that they're getting this space. Yeah.
We are too, and we thank you all for laying the groundwork for them, because they're going to benefit from the work that you all have put in to this program.
Yes.
So
thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you.
of course.
So what is the timeline for the building's completion as of now?
Timeline, we're looking at early January to late January, early February, somewhere in that beginning of the year, we should be finishing things up. We did have to make a couple changes with some of our programs, which kind of tweaked the timeline a little bit. But as you can see, it's moving along at a faster rate than they thought it would. So we're looking at early 26 for the building to be done, and then we'll start classes in the fall of 26.
That's a very quick turnaround. Yeah. How will this new addition affect the Overland community?
Well, I think the community as a whole, when we look at the students that live in this community and being able to have connections with UC Health and with Aurora South and with different industry partners that we have here, to be able to transition right over, whether you want to go into the workforce or whether you want to run your own business or whether you want to continue on your education in a college setting, it's all right here.
What are your hopes for CCP in the future?
My hopes are that we expand this in a way that's meaningful to the community, meaning like how many more pathways can we fit in this building, but not just sticking pathways in here just to do it, but really diving into the community and figuring out which pathway will best serve this community and then implementing it and going forwards.
A few other programs offered at CCP include the ProStart program and the Computer Science pathway. The ProStart program offers hands-on training in culinary arts, restaurant, and hospitality management. Students can earn industry certifications, college credits, and gain real-world experience through paid internships and competitions. ProStart 3 builds on this foundation with advanced culinary skills, leadership, and event catering, preparing students for careers in hospitality and beyond. Meanwhile, the Computer Science and Robotics program introduces students to coding, robotics, and engineering through project-based learning. They develop skills in programming, CAD, and design, gaining practical experience that prepares them for future STEM careers in post-secondary education. In addition to these comprehensive programs, we will also have new murals and logos to represent each pathway across the building. OTV interviewed 2 students who are directly involved in crafting the artworks.
My involvement with CCP was I was able to have the opportunity to make logos and murals for all the pathways in the main building. The logos represent all the different pathways that we have here at CCP. So basically we have the main logo that everybody made, and it has the opportunity to just be on the building or around. And then we have the pathway logos, which overall it's like what the pathways represent. We have 7 different pathways: medical pathways, culinary pathways, and the logos basically represent what that pathway is going to be.
My first logo I made was the main logo for the building. Well, one of the sayings is going from our roots to our roots, so that's relating to a tree. So I made one big tree, and then the branches are leading off into different pathways within CCP.
My inspiration for the main logo, at least, was there was this thing sent to us where it basically said that we come from our roots, and I wanted to somehow involve that. So roots obviously correlate with trees. I sort of made a logo that has a design that goes with a tree, becoming a pathway to the O, which is what the acronym basically stands for, the CCP, Cherry Creek Pathways to the O.
The main logo will be out front in the building, and other logos will be inside the building, including the pathways for each individual class. And the murals, I'm not sure where they're going just yet. So yeah, I would like to just shout out all of Advanced Placement Graphic Design students and Graphic Design 3.
It's not just me or just 1 or 2 people making this. There's a whole group of people working on this, working hard.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
thank you.
Oh,
Right,
thank
thank you
you.
for this opportunity. Thank you for coming down here. Thank you all for doing everything that you do. This is phenomenal, and I'm honored, right? I'm honored to be here with y'all.
Thank you so much for letting us interview you. This was so wonderful to get to know you and get to know the new CCP building.